Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the one and only Miss Kim D.
Hi.
I
Hi.
mean, Teresa was on her vacation. She had a vacation.
I think they're still there. I'm not too sure, but I have to tell you, my opinions on Rulajas, I make them very, very clear. I'm very medza, 50-50. I like his him and his family, the way they have brought Teresa around a little bit. I think he's very good with the girls. I'm not going to predict what the future will hold, but I have to tell you that he plans a lot of family vacations, and I think that's lovely. He has his son with him. He's got the girls. I know you're all going to call me a prude and the tree huggers are going to come after me, but I'm not too crazy about the really young girls. I won't even mention the name, dancing on tables in bikinis. I'm not a fan of that. Years ago, dancing is fine. Listen, I'm not, but on a table at such a young age with everything that's going on in this world it leaves me room for pause. And I would not promote that or allow it. That's me. So I was a
Well,
little shocked at that. That bothers me. It bothers me. Listen, we're not living in the nicest world, and there's a lot of things that are going on. I just think it's not a good idea. That's all. I'm not shaming anyone. I don't think it's a good idea. My opinion as a mother, I'm not crazy about that idea.
yeah, listen, I don't like when the woke mob tries to come for me. I tell them to fuck off. But with this type of stuff, you and I are a little different. I'm showing my liberal side. Who knew I had one?
Yeah.
You
And
know,
you are not a father.
No, I'm not
You're
a
not a parent.
father.
You're not
I'm
a parent.
not, no, but I can honestly tell you that I was raised in a household and if I was a parent, which God, I wouldn't wish that upon myself with any, there's nothing I could wish worse. There's nothing worse to me that I could have for my life than being a parent.
Right.
I literally wouldn't be here. I'm not, you see how of the verklempt I'm getting? I literally am starting to
Yes.
panic. But
So
I would, yes,
you think it's okay for a 13-year-old.
I
Um,
think this world is
okay.
a cruel, harsh world. And the things that you are going to see, like I just had Nancy Grace on. I mean, she got into what she got into because her fiance at the time was brutally
Yep.
murdered. I think this is a sick, cruel world, and you're just going to be exposed to it. And my opinion is yes, I think just some of the most pious kids that are kept behind lock and key to wear their nuns outfits to the Catholic school are doing drugs, are fucking at a
No, I'm
young
not
age,
saying for
are
that reason.
just,
I'm saying for the
then what?
weirdos out there.
Oh,
For the weirdos out there
eh,
looking at that. Well, that's my opinion. I didn't keep my son under lock and key,
I
and my
don't
son
know.
turned out to be a good kid. But no, listen, we're going to agree to disagree.
And by the way, you don't want to mention any names, but I mean, Teresa has only 4 daughters, and one of them Giudice, and she's the right age. So, all right, Kim, but they're on a vacation. You know what, Melissa? I mean, here's my thing. Everything, like, how you think like Melissa's mad at us. She gets mad at us, like she did, and Malaya got mad, but Malaya,
Yeah.
we're not even on their radar. We are not. It's
Nope.
Teresa and
Nope.
Melissa. Don't let up for 1 minute.
Nope.
I mean, so Teresa's on her vacation for the honeymoon to celebrate the 1 year
Right.
in
Right.
Mykonos, and now Malaya and Josephina have to go to Positano and talk about it on the podcast, like
I
trying
can't.
to
I
drop
can't.
all this to think that Teresa is home listening to me. She'll send her sidekick on that podcast. Go listen to that. You're my slave. Go do
Exactly.
this.
Exactly. I
It's like
can't. When I
they're in
saw
competition.
someone just sent me the picture and I was like, you got to be kidding me. You just got to be kidding me. But I'll tell you, the housewives are living it up. Dolores is in Ireland. Melissa supposedly is in Positano. I don't know if that's a new pick or an old pick. Maybe the listeners will let us know. Teresa's got the whole family in Mykonos. Let me tell you, I've been to Europe a couple times. I know what things cost, okay? This is no joke. And Mykonos with 5 kids. Some of them are drinking age, eating, drinking 3, 4 meals a day, the flights, the hotel. I mean, wow, Rulajas, he's got to be swimming in dough, man.
I've
I don't
been
know
to
why
all
it's,
these places. I've been to Jackie O where they are. I mean,
yep,
Mykonos
yep.
is where my boys are, girl. And I mean, by my boys, I mean my girls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been to Mykonos. It ain't cheap. None of Europe is cheap.
Listen, but the flight for five young adults and two adults, then you got to get rooms for everyone. Then the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the alcohol. I mean, what? I mean, you go, you got, wow.
And that's without business class. That's without first
Yes,
class. That's without
yes.
I don't know how,
They
I
went
mean,
Greece Express. It was Greece Express. They say that that their flights are inexpensive. It's a good airline. It was Greece Express. I saw them. It wasn't her getting on a private plane this time, which is fine. You're going with your whole family. But, you know, God bless. That's all I can say. God bless.
by the way, not a shameless plug. My friend Megan King Edmonds from the OC Housewives, who I just spoke to the past few days, she sells, but she's getting into chartering private planes. And I'm not kidding. You know what I said? After I told her to call Terry and Heather, and she's like, I said, call Dina. Call Dina and Dave. They're always on
I
it.
know.
She loved the idea. I'm like, listen, girl, you don't even have to give me a cut. I'm like,
No,
right? I'm trying to help the girl out. Um,
absolutely.
you know who's not in Europe? Who's coming from me? She's coming to Rumble.
Margaret.
This bitch is heading back to the Hamptons. I mean, I'm
I know.
sick.
And you had, everyone, I was going to the Hamptons to go to the Jill Zarin thing, but I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to drop this. My anxiety's been bad. Sometimes, for some reason, it happens over the summer. And the thought of traveling all those hours in a car, I couldn't do it. So I canceled, but I told David I'd love to meet him in the city. I'd love to meet you in the city. I'll be in the city next week, but I can't make the Hamptons. And I really was looking forward to meeting Jill for the first time face to face. And I hope she does the event that I want to do at my friend's boutique with her candles, because I'd love to buy a few candles. Maybe you can broker the deal for me, David, since you are friends with her and her beau.
I think if you want Jill to sell her candle somewhere, and I bought one last week, it was great. It smells, which I didn't know. Allie taught me this, Jill's daughter, that you can, because I smelled a candle. I'm like, this smells like the diptyque. Like, no, it wasn't shade. I love diptyque candles. They're very expensive.
Yeah.
Or they're expensive. And Allie said it does smell just like the diptyque candle. And I was like, okay, well, this is the one I'm gonna buy.
Right.
Because I like to support. And she said, that you can't patent a smell. Allie Shapiro, Jill's daughter,
Really?
taught me that you
Okay.
can't
Okay.
patent the exact. So I said, well, this is why. And by the way, Allie and Jill's candle that smells like diptyque is way less money. So I'm like, I'm gonna
Right.
buy this.